We are here with New Mexico Highlands University head coach Kurt Tafasal. He has just finished up a whirlwind couple of weeks with traveling to American Samoa and putting together one of the best signing classes in the state of New Mexico. How's everything been going for you, Coach Kurt? Have you had a chance to catch your breath yet?
Everything's been going good. Super excited with our first, signing day here at New Mexico Highlands in Las Vegas, New Mexico. But to be honest with you, not really. Got off the plane, landed here Tuesday night, and got right back to it. To kind of seal up some of the deals that we did with the in-state kids throughout this week and workouts, meetings, and all that stuff. But all in all, man, it's been a great couple of weeks. Excited with the work that we put in with our staff, and excited about the future of Cowboy football.
Jumping right into the big week that you had here at NMHU, we know you and your staff got hired late last year and didn't have a chance to really recruit before the season, but now actually having a chance to bring in your own players, how do you feel about your overall first signing day as a head coach at New Mexico Highlands University?
Man, I feel pretty good, and I can speak for my staff too as well. I think, this staff put together, probably the best signing day in the state this year with recruiting local talent and establishing, what we're trying to do as a program moving forward. But overall, man, I'm pretty pumped up with the guys that we've signed and committed to come be a part of what we're building here in Las Vegas.
Looks like you had the most New Mexico players that signed in the state. What was that a specific goal for you guys to keep the best players from leaving the state and coming to New Mexico Highlands?
Yeah, that's always the goal. Always, the goal for us, and my staff is to recruit and keep local talent in the state of New Mexico. And I felt like we did a pretty good job, with signing 19, high school kids from the state of New Mexico are going to be a part of what we're doing here in the fall. Overall, that puts our number at a total of 28 total New Mexico kids, and that number is only going to grow. We're not done yet, and we still got some positions that we want to beef up here moving forward for the rest of the spring.
You mentioned positions. Were there any areas or positions specifically that you were hoping to address, and how do you feel you did in those areas?
Yeah, no, heading into the off season and also recruiting, there was a lot of positions that we wanted to address. Obviously, the main one was, on both fronts of the offensive and defensive line. I felt like we added some beef up front to help establish what we're trying to do on both sides of the ball. And also we kind of addressed our quarterback room with depth and a lot of playmakers coming into, our quarterback room here in the fall. And also, obviously from last year, we wanted to address our kicking game, with our specialists, trying to add more, bodies there so we can compete and, find the best specialists, heading into the season. So that way we don't put ourselves in a position like last year where, we have to rely on the kicking game and, it didn't come through, most of the time.
We know that you just finished a trip up to American Samoa. Do you feel like that was helpful and had an impact on this current signing class?
Oh, yeah, for sure. That was one of the main things, me and my staff have talked about, coming here was establish that pipeline, from the islands to here. Kind of, imitate what we did at New Mexico Military with trying to get the bodies of guys that play in the front seven and also within the tackle box so that way we can have, beef and the size to match up with these Colorado schools and the rest of the RMAC. I felt like, that was one of the most important things that we wanted to establish was opportunities, from the island of American Samoa to New Mexico Highlands.
Before we move on, is there anything else that you would like to mention about this incoming class? Are you still looking to sign a few more guys?
Oh, yeah, no, one thing I want to say about, this signing class that we, signed is, the future is bright, with Cowboy football. I feel like there's an excitement in the air, and I think this class that we signed so far is bringing that excitement here in Las Vegas. And, you know, it's only a matter of time before we display it here in, you know, in the fall. And yes, we are still signing guys. You know, obviously we still got evaluations throughout, you know, the off season. Obviously we still are going to address our needs. And hopefully, you know, we find the right guys to come in and, you know, fill in those spots that we are looking for, you know, from the staff.
What about the student athletes that are currently on campus? How is your first off season going, and what are the things that you are looking to focus on for the spring and the fall ahead?
Well, the guys that we have on campus, you know, I'm excited about. We had some guys that, you know, are coming back from last year as a team, and also we signed, you know, a good amount of mid-year guys that we put together, you know, for this offseason. You know, I feel like we kind of addressed some of our needs at some positions with the guys that we have so far, but still, you know, there's an evaluation period that we wanted to see throughout spring ball and the spring game to see, you know, if there really are the guys that we want to keep moving forward, you know. And we have about 80 guys here, and we're excited to get these guys right. Off season has been going great so far. You know, little, you know, behind on the in shape part, but I feel like, you know, these guys are coming along, you know, better than what we saw, you know, 4 weeks ago when we started.
Well, Coach, thank you for your time, and we're really excited to watch NMHU football continue to grow and have success in the season ahead.
Oh, thanks for having me, and again, please look out for the rest of our guys that we're signing. Again, we're still putting this thing together, and one more thing, you know, with spring ball coming up, you know, we'd love to invite, you know, all the fans, future recruits, coaches from around the state, and also, you know, alumni to come out and support us in our spring game on April 26th at 2 o'clock here at the, you know, Sanchez Family Stadium. You know, we'll have our spring game there. You know, it's just a purple and white game. Hope to see you there. Go Cowboys.